Good evening, gardening friends. It's now Friday, a little bit before 5 o'clock. Not a whole lot has changed around here this week, but there are a few things. So this is going to be a fairly short episode, as I don't anticipate anything happening between today and tomorrow. So let me just go ahead and show you how things look. On the north side of the patio garden, we've got the far end on the left. We've got squash plants which are kind of yellowish. They're not looking the healthiest, but they're still alive, so we'll let them keep growing. We'll see what we get from that. To the right of that, in the big planter, we've got a cucumber, and it's still alive. It's not getting that much bigger, but it's not all that long since I transplanted it. On the left, on the curve, we've got the petunias, which I put in last weekend, which seem to be holding up fairly well. To the right, you can see the peppers. You can also still see the six-pack, and I keep saying I'm going to put the labels in there, and I haven't done it yet. But the peppers are getting bigger. That's good. In front of that is another cucumber, lemon cucumber, which is doing well. And to the lower left of your picture, we've got the strawberry, which looks like it's pretty much died. Facing south, on the near end, we've got the Swiss chard, which is wilted over. That was my canary, but it doesn't seem to be a perfect canary. Beyond that, we've got the greens planter, which has a couple of lettuces, which I've scaled back considerably, and the basil, which looks like it's wilting over, so maybe we do need a little bit more water. I gave them some water earlier today, but I think I'm going to come out and just sort of target some of these plants. And just beyond that, you can't see it all that well from here, is another tomato plant, which is the hard rock tomato, which has survived the transplant and is starting to grow. And then we have the tomatoes, and I'm hoping you can get a little bit better view from this particular angle. You can see that both of them have quite a few tomatoes on them, and if I get a little closer, you can see there's a couple of nice ripe ones there, which I'm about to pick. So I'm happy with my tomato plants. I'm not sure how long it's been now, but the greenhouses, which I've removed the covers from, there's just nothing sprouting in them, so something went wrong somewhere. I may end up just giving up on these. The other sort of non-gardening development here, which is related to the gardening or impacts the gardening, is that I've actually started repainting this middle building. So I've had to take some of the plants down and move them around. But one of the neighbors gave me some donated seeds that she received, and so I've decided this planter that was sitting on this side of the office building, she gave me some Shasta daisies, and I'm going to go ahead and try that. I planted the seeds in there. I'm going to water it in, and I'm probably going to leave it down for a week or so. I may move it around a bit, get different sun here and there, but ultimately once they sprout and they start to come up over the top, then I'll put them back up, because one of the problems is ultimately trying to water them in the position that they've been in. And here's the big rectangular planter in a temporary position because of the painting that I'm doing. Once I get that particular wall all patched up and painted, then I'll move it back into position. And finally, that leads us to the artichoke planter. The artichoke actually looks a little healthier than it did this time last week. It may have been in part because this week has not had the intense heat that we had last week, so the heat may have been part of the problem. There's another plant growing in front of it that has long leaves and looks like it could be another artichoke stalk coming off the same plant. I'll take a look at that. I'll try and figure out what's going on. If that one indeed is that much healthier, it's that much closer to the sun from where this is positioned, so I might be able to just cut off the stalk that's having trouble and put the energy back into that particular one. So that's pretty much all the developments for this week. So this is the Budget Gardener signing off, saying, may your thumb be green.